they running over protesters. Oh, shit, reverse. Okay. Yeah. Wow. This is live, y'all, in Atlanta. This is live in Atlanta.
I'm Alicia Mayo with ClariT Conversations, brought to you by ClariT Media, Adobe, and KPOO.com. The shouts for justice and police reform are ringing out across our nation as people continue to gather in solidarity in the streets of all 50 United States and in international countries to protest more killings of African American citizens by police. This week, an unarmed Rayshard Brooks was killed in the parking lot of an Atlanta Wendy's restaurant. Brooks wrestled away a taser from the officer who tried to apprehend him and ran away. As Brooks ran, the officer fatally shot Brooks in the back. Associated Press reports say the officer who shot Brooks has been fired and the shooting has been ruled a homicide. Another officer involved has been placed on administrative duty pending the investigation. Protesters swarmed the streets of southeast Atlanta Saturday night, angry over the shooting that happened on Friday night. Protesters took out their anger on the Wendy's restaurant location where Brooks died. They set fire to the restaurant and nearby cars as they marched through the streets to the nearby interstate. I talked with Laurel Morrison, a protester who captured amazing footage while describing her personal reasons for getting out into the streets to protest. The Bay Area native explains why she was compelled to get involved.
I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. It's hot. I'm tired. I just wanted to come here and recognize where someone lost their life in a drive-thru last night.
What gave you the courage to go out? And did you say it was your first time?
Well, what gave me the courage is I was just tired of being at home, being upset. When you watch on TV, they show all the cities that have, and in the United States and other countries, it's just, I think it's power in numbers. I mean, I'm only one person, but when you look at everyone standing next to each other, it says a lot that, we're all on the same page. We all feel the same way. And I just wanted to be one. I just wanted to be one in the crowd. And this actually wasn't my first time protesting. My first time protesting, being that I grew up in California in the Bay Area, was in 91, 92 when the Rodney King beating was filmed before camera phones, and all of that. And that was really the first time the world got to see what everyone in my community already knew was happening. And that upset me. And that, I was 17 then. So that is really, I feel like protesting is a young person's game. And they, like people that feel like they don't have a voice, they can't vote yet, they can't do this, they feel like they're unheard. But this right now, I just had to be one of the crowd. I had to be.
President Trump called police officers involved in these killings a, quote, few bad apples, and promises to sign an executive order encouraging police nationwide to meet the most current professional standards for the use of force, including tactics for de-escalation. President Trump also described the executive order as force with compassion. The president of the San Francisco Police Officers Association, Tony Montoya, told me that his department will not tolerate officers who kill the citizens they are hired to protect.
You mentioned Double Rock the other day, and, as far as I'm concerned, Bayview Station right now has some of the best police officers in the San Francisco Police Department. While everyone had chaos and were out there causing destruction, and, my members assigned to the Bayview housing were holding barbecues with the residents of Double Rock to say, we are better than this, you are better than this, and collectively, we can all get through this together. And, but the media didn't cover that part. Because, that doesn't sell a news story. Cops having barbecues and hanging out with children is not as good of a news story for some people as, all the other chaos is going on. So, one thing that we've heard, as of recently, and, the one question is, racism and how it relates to law enforcement. I would wholeheartedly disagree that racism is not systemic. It's not what some portray it to be. The problem is, if you ask me, are there racist police officers? Yes. And it's those examples that get brought to the forefront. And let me be very clear. I don't want those people in my police department. I don't want those people in my profession. They have no business. They need to go do something else. And when you have those incidents, and we've had our incidents in San Francisco, unfortunately the focus becomes on that set of bad characters. And it's not fair to lump everybody into that one category. So, like, for me to sit here and tell you that every police officer is perfect and they do no wrong, that's laughable. That's not the case. So, we do have people out there that, like I said, in my opinion, shouldn't be in this job, and that's one of my biggest struggles is, when they do something that they know is morally and ethically wrong, they harm all the other good police officers out there who are doing a good job, who are doing the best they can, who are staying within the rules, who are doing the job as they were taught.
Please visit ClariT Media on YouTube to hear my conversation in its entirety with the president of the San Francisco Police Officers Association, Tony Montoya. 9 California counties are reporting a spike in new coronavirus cases or hospitalizations of confirmed cases. This is raising fears that authorities may have to reimpose or tighten public health restrictions aimed at slowing the virus's spread. The counties are Los Angeles, Sacramento, Fresno, Imperial, San Bernardino, San Joaquin, Tulare, Kings, and Santa Clara counties. New diagnoses in the heavily populated Los Angeles area are going up because testing is more widely available. These are tough times for all of us. If you're in need of food resources in Sacramento County, the Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services at Sacramento Christian Center offers a walk-up or drive-through healthy food distribution and free hot meal service at 7710 Stockton Boulevard in Sacramento. Food pickups happen on Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. and hot meals to go are available from 10 a.m. till 12 noon. If you or someone you know is a senior citizen in need, you can call area code 916-502-1219 for home deliveries. First come, first serve while supplies last. If you need more information, please visit them online at southsacramentochristiancenter.org. The Poor People's Campaign is creating a national call for moral revival by hosting a mass Poor People's Assembly and Moral March on Washington happening online on June 20th. Please visit www.june2020.org. That address online is www.june2020.org. Students in the middle and high school age range are invited to attend a student support circle about institutional racism and implicit bias hosted by the California Department of Education and State Superintendent Tony Thurmond this Thursday, June 18th at 4 p.m. on Facebook Live. The student circle will feature students from across the state speaking about what they've experienced and talking about practical solutions to institutional racism and implicit bias in public schools. While we take a stand against racial discrimination and targeted injustice, let's remember to show respect for our differences and let's celebrate what we have in common. Collectively, we can be the change we all need. I'm Alicia Mayo with ClariT Conversations, brought to you by KPOO Radio, Adobe, and ClariT Media.